So,
Testing 1, 2, 3. We are about to get started here, everyone. This live stream. And before we get any further into this, I am going to actually share the link so that people actually can watch it live. Otherwise, it's kind of pointless to do a live stream, isn't it? So we're going to share this, and then I'm going to bring in a few other people, and we're going to talk about the league. All right, so that's shared. All right, what we're going to be doing in this stream is we're going to be having a chat with Shoveler, who kind of founded this whole thing. We're going to be talking about the league, the goals of the league. We're going to be talking about the teams and the players. And this will just be the formal beginning of the play, which is going to go through June, July, August, September, 3 months. And then we'll have playoffs in the fall with the final 6 teams. And we'll get into all of that. But I'm actually going to bring everyone else into this right now.
Add in different flavors, see what works and what doesn't. But I just wanted to give them a shout out for the amazing work that they've been doing.
And I caught Shoveler mid sentence. All right, we're live.
Sorry,
guys.
man.
No problem.
Hey. All right. So I'm going to go to this YouTube link that you put up.
Yeah. Make sure you mute it so you don't hear an echo.
Okay, copy that.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I should also make sure we're live myself.
So I'm going to go to the link. All right, perfect. I just muted it.
can someone post the Discord link in the Steam chat?
Discord link
yeah.
in the Steam. Sorry. Oh, you mean the stream?
No, I think it's the
For joining the channel.
I got you. Yeah,
Discord?
I'll take care of it right now. There.
All right. You see the stream there, Shoveler?
I do. Yes,
right.
I do.
So I have all the team logos, and I thought we could just kind of go through the players, the teams, and give a brief overview of that, what's going to be going on for the next few months, and the playoffs, etc. So I don't know. Do you want to take it away?
Yeah. I mean, I'm more than happy to.
All right. So you should be seeing all the teams here.
I believe there's a little bit of a delay from here to YouTube. Let's give it just a second.
Yep.
Once it pops up, I will say this. We are grateful to everyone who's participating, everyone that's viewing, the people that are coming, on board to sort of collaborate and help to promote. Huge shout out to not only everyone in the league, but especially the admin team, like I was saying before. Blag, Secretary, Benju's been working on some stuff. Russ has been doing a ton, and so I really appreciate that. All right, and yes, the logos are up. So I will start with the top right there, Os Jaguaras. So this is actually 2 brothers that are from Brazil. They're Brazilian players. One of them sits at around 1100 ELO. I believe that's Tarciso. And then his brother, which is Narciso, is a little bit lower. I think that they sit right around 1100 to 1150, and then 900 to 950. So that should be a very good team, solid team coming in. Apart from that, I think you pulled up the.
Yeah, I put up just the individual team composition there for a second.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Yeah, so Manuel Decimus Meridius, that's Narciso from Brazil, and then we have Dona Deca, which is Tarcisio.
Yeah. Do you know their
And they
in-game?
are
Which of these are their in-game names? Or do you know for certain?
so yeah, so it would be Manuel Decimus Meridius,
Okay.
and then on Dona Deca, except over that E there on Deca, there's going to be a tilde or
Yeah.
little accent mark.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
So yeah, very cool guys. I know that they've been pretty busy lately, but they are engaged at this point. They're active in the league, and we're just really grateful to have them. I mean, I just think it's so amazing, Russ, that we're able to represent 12 different countries, particularly during the World Cup. What are your thoughts on that, man? Just the diversity of the group.
Yeah, it's great. I think it's pretty Age of Empires 2 in general has a large engagement kind of globally, at least from my experience. So it's good that we've gotten a good cross section of that in our league. So it's good. All right, should we
All
go on to
right,
the next team?
do you want to do the second?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
why don't
do.
you announce the
I'll
second
go to the
team?
second
Yeah.
one. So the second one we have here is but this is a Spanish name, and you're better with your Spanish.
Skip that one. I'll come back to
All
it.
right. We have the communist. I don't have the names here. It's the Communist Cat Party, and this is composed of Blair, who's on our admin team, as well as Comrade. And these guys have been with us for a while. And I would say Blair right now is right around 1,300 elo. At least last I checked in. I think when I met him, he was down around 1,000. So he's improved rapidly over the past few months. He's played a few tournaments. He played TTLC this past season. That's the T90 League or T90 tournament. And then we have Comrade, who is a bit newer to the group, but he's probably one of the most solid Michi players I've run into.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't know that I've played him on Michi.
I pulled up Michi one
I
day,
try to
and
stay away from that map.
his score was just like sky high, and I was like, "Oh, this is what was missing. You like your closed maps." So he's you get him on the right map, and he'll fly. I think his official ranked 1v1 elo is around 900, but I think that's deceptive. I think he's better than that. So anyway, yeah, we can move on to the next one here.
All right, perfect. So let's see here. We did that. I guess we'll talk about Lowdown Legends next. Is that cool?
Sure.
All right, cool. So yeah, we got the Lowdown Legends. Lowdown, presumably because they are both from Oceania. So we have Charles Martel, who is from Australia, and then from New Zealand we have Gary's Left Foot. Definitely my favorite name in the tournament. They're actually recent additions. I played with Martel quite a bit in the past.
Yeah, he's a familiar name. I'm not as familiar with Gary. He's newer, more recent to me.
Yeah, well, Martel just in general is it's a pretty well known name in the AoE2 community, right?
Mhm.
And then yeah, I mean to go on a little bit more, I mean Gary's Left Foot, I think that his elo, I don't know, suggests maybe 1,100 or so. Martel's actually right around the same, I would say.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly how this team will shake out. My gut tells me that they're going to be very strong in this tournament. Not that other teams aren't, but I don't know. These guys, they believe in being men at work from a land down under. So presumably, it's going to be a strong showcase from these two.
All right, and then next we've got, I guess I'll go Red Hot Chili Peppers, and that is, oh boy, this is Piment, who is one of our top players, I guess I would say in the league, at least certainly in our group of players. It's debatable who's really top dog, but and then he's teamed with Haria, and I think I've played with Haria for quite a while. I've caught him in lobbies for quite a while, but I can't say I played with him enough to get a good feel for him, but he's definitely a solid player. Piment, I think, sits around 1,500 elo. So I'm kind of scared of this team. We have a sort of a solid average player and then a very solid top player here, at least for our league.
Yeah, 100%. I think Harius, I don't know what his official elo is. I would imagine that it's somewhere between, I don't know, 875 and 925 if I were to take a shot in the dark and a stab at it. So
Sure.
yeah, that's gonna be a tough team. And I mean, I think the balancing is going to be very interesting to see, right? Because you have players like me who are sort of like dead in the middle, right?
You're
And
only dead in
my
the middle because sometimes you play like a 1300 elo and other times you play like a 700 elo, and you never know what version of shoveler you're getting on that particular day.
Yeah, this is true. That is very true. So we'll see which version shows up. We'll see which version shows up. Regardless, though, I think that it's going to be super interesting to see sort of the I guess middle tier players that have sort of been paired up versus teams that maybe are heavier on elo with one player, and then to sort of balance that you have the lower elo tier, and so it'll be very, very interesting, particularly on the map pool that we have set. It's gonna be bonkers.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I've seen situations in tournaments where you'll actually have, if you have like 3 different players, you'll have one player completely, sweep in a match against another player, and then you'll assume that that player is the weak player, the one who lost, right? But then they'll beat another, like it'll almost be like a round robin where you'll have 3 players who, based on one single match, you'd assume one is the strongest player, but they'll lose to another player who lost to another player who, anyway, it can be interesting. A single match doesn't always tell you who's going to be on top because different team dynamics come into play. I haven't seen a lot of team games in tournaments, so that'll be interesting as well. But I guess the
And
next, yeah,
some of these guys. Sorry to interject. No,
no
I was just
problem.
gonna say some of these guys, because I can't. You know this about me. I can't stand closed maps,
Hmm.
and I know you kind of side with me
Yeah,
a bit on that because we like to play aggressively. But
yeah,
man, some of these guys. I mean, you stick them on Arabia, right? Let's say I know he's not participating, but just for example, Craniac, right? Bendu.
yeah.
You stick him on an open map, and maybe he fares at 1,000, maybe 1,100, right?
Hmm.
Depending on how much pressure is coming.
Hmm.
But you stick a guy like him on a closed map. You put Comrade. I would throw Moto into that.
Hmm.
That same
Hmm.
situation. They become a real problem going mid to late game. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be for me. It's gonna be a nightmare unless miraculously we only do open maps.
Going to the next team here. This is it Gauchos? How would you say
Yeah, it's
cowboy?
Gauch. Yeah. So
Gauchos and
Gauchos.
Cowboys. And this is a team composed of Jaroscariot and Pope Tame. And I'll be honest, I don't know these players at all. So if you know more about the team, I'll let you carry on.
Yeah, absolutely. So Jairus Scariot is actually a really talented young player out of Argentina. I do know that he has played with higher elo players in the past, but he seems to be an up and coming talent. And so you figure with him, he's probably around 1150. 1100, 1150, somewhere in there.
Okay.
Pope Tame is very solid too in terms of. So we our league is comprised of 20 players, right? 10 teams. So the way that we did everything was through a draft. So you would take the top 10 players in terms of elo, and whoever was the lowest elo of the highest elos, if that makes sense, that
Mm-hmm.
person would select the first player, right?
That's
My
right.
point here being, just circling back to Pope Tame, I believe he sat pretty high on the lower bracket,
Sure.
and yeah, and so again, this is a player that, in my opinion, is very well balanced. I don't see a lot of holes in his game, at least in terms of distinguishing between him being better on a closed map versus an open map. Jairus Scariot as well. I would say that he has a very high APM. He has a lot of positive energy coming in, and so I think that these two, again, I keep saying it, but I think that they could make a deep run in the tournament.
All right, and then moving swiftly along to how am I going to say this? Los Angeles.
Yeah. Los Solangeles?
My tongue
I
doesn't
don't.
work that way.
Mine doesn't either. I don't.
Introduce your team, Shoveler.
Okay. Yeah. So we have myself, Shoveler, sometimes playing at 500 elo, sometimes playing a little bit better than that. Um, I am from the USA, about 70 miles outside of Los Angeles, in a bordering county. And then we have Medium Rare, who I'm excited to introduce and play with. Medium Rare is from South Korea, um, a very talented player. And I know that a lot of the players in the league probably haven't played that much with Medium Rare, which actually sits very well with me because
He's an
surprise,
unknown
surprise.
quantity. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So hopefully they think, oh, I don't know who this medium rare guy is. But no pun intended here, but you will get cooked by medium rare. And as you know, Russ, there is a lot at stake. So we will
Known
see what
keeper.
goes down. But yeah, that's our little team spotlight, and I'm very excited to have been chosen by medium rare. I think he's a great guy.
Cool. And then moving on, we've got low elo. Oh wait, I can't see the team name here. Oh no, it's too small. It's what's it? Low eco, high tempo or something. Oh no.
Yeah, low eco, high tempo. Yep, you got
Yeah.
it.
And that is composed of VK, who is from India. Right now, I think he's in Canada. But and then he's paired with Sushi, from
I say
Mexico.
Sushiro. Sushiro?
Sushiro. Okay. And I've played with Sushi forever. I can't say. I'm sure I've run into VK in lobbies before, but he's played with us a bunch since, and we've had a lot of fun together. But I can't say I know him well. I just know that he is a solid player. If you look back on this channel, you will see a 1v1 match between him and Piment, and it was a very close game. You could argue it was a civ win for Piment. He beat Coca on another match, which I'm trying to remember if that was if I recorded that one or cast that one, but I definitely watched it.
I think that you did. It was a land nomad, I believe.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
I was
land
actually
nomad.
watching you just stream it to Discord, so I don't think I've got it up on the channel. But that was also a great game to watch. So anyway, solid player. I would say he consists of our top 4 players. If you can draw a threshold somewhere, very solid though. Which
I
brings
would
us,
put him
yeah,
a little bit higher than Coca.
yeah. No,
I
he's
mean
certainly higher
that's
than Coca. Yeah.
I would say it's sort of between what? So him, Secretary, who we haven't announced just yet, and
Yeah.
then Piment.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're very solid
They're very
players,
close together. Yeah. And then somewhat further down the list, but not too much further down the list, is Coca, and his team is the Tortoise and the Hare. And he's paired with low APM Saber, who is again a new player to me. He joined up and helped us fill our 20-player quota so that we could get the draft going. And so it'll be interesting to see how they play together. Again, because I know Coca, he's a strong player. I think in-game name is Cocaina Man, and so it'll be interesting to see that team, see how they fare. Because again, it just low APM Saber is an unknown entity to me. I don't think I've actually even played a game with him yet, although I look forward to that. So it'll be a cool way to get to know some players who are new to the league to do this. So it should be good.
All right, awesome. Did you want me to take Melly and Secretary?
Yeah,
Or
you go ahead.
All right, sounds good. So yeah, the name of this team is I'm Gonna Die, which is definitely a misnomer. So we can just start with that. Yeah, they should have been called You're Gonna Die, because the reality here is that you have who I would argue is probably the strongest player in Secretary E, who's out of Vietnam, paired with Melly Bean, who is very well known amongst our low elo legends group on Steam for consistently playing the Celts.
Yep.
And Yeah, think 1,000 Rams with a bunch of Wood Raiders inside. That is what Melly is known for. And so if Melly and Secretary can stay together and wall off together, which I know Melly is excellent at walling, I it could get ugly if it goes late game. And so I'm very excited to see these two players. They know each other. They're well known, I would say, within the Low Elo Legends community. And so, yeah, I just, again, look forward to seeing them play and just to see how all of this really shakes out.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Yeah, and then that brings us to the last team, I guess. Have we talked about everyone else? I guess so. Yeah, so my team is the Motivational Howlers, and that's my uncreative way of combining my my teammates and my name and identities together. Let me switch over here. So yeah, the team is composed of myself, Russoft, as well as Motivation Man 23. And to talk up my teammate just a little bit, I'm not going to talk myself up too much. I guess I sit around 1150 elo. I topped out at like 1190, and then I crashed back down. I'm an inconsistent.
As we all do.
Yeah, I'm an inconsistent player. I'm okay in the early game, and if I can kill you early game, I guess I win. But if you drag it to Imperial Age, I'm in trouble. I'm not, I'm got a short attention span, so I want the game to be done already. So, but I chose Motivation Man because he is my perfect complement. He's about the same elo as I am, but he's weak in the early game. But in the late game, I have seen him go toe to toe with Piment and Secretary, and he's often like top score just because he's got such a solid economy, and so he'll be able to fund my wars from from the backstage. So anyway, I'm looking forward to playing with Moto, and I think it'll be a good time. And I think that brings us to the end of our team introduction. So I guess now, what else did we want to talk about aside from maybe opening it up to any sort of Q&A? I don't even know if anyone's around to do a Q&A, but
I mean, I'm here. We can ask each other questions and
Sounds
answer.
good.
No, I mean, I without bias, right? Who do you think are the top 3 teams, or at least maybe not the top 3 teams, but 3 that scare you?
Yeah, 3 that scare me. Piment and VK's teams, I think, are going to be very scary because they are. I can okay. So Saber says he's in as well. So I'm not sure if he says he can answer or ask questions, but feel free to unmute and chime in if you'd like. I'm scared of VK and Piment because they are paired with solid sort of like. I think that I could beat Harya and Sushi on a 1-to-1 basis, but I wouldn't be guaranteed. I wouldn't be able to tell myself that I definitely have victory in hand. I would sweat a little bit. Same goes for the next 2 teams here that I'm looking at, and that's Coca and Blaz team. Just because I know that they're very strong players, and I'm scared of Comrade. Again, I don't know low APM Saber, but based on where he's competed in other tournaments, I'm scared of those guys. The mid tier, it could be a wash one way or the other. They could be like, I'm looking at myself. I'm looking at your team, Shoveler. I'm looking at the lowdown legends. Where we're all kind of like we're fairly equal, the 2 teammates in terms of ability. I feel like those are gonna be much more balanced games. I just don't know when you're looking at some of these teams with these strong players how it's gonna wash out. I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared of them.
I think we're all a little bit scared of them, Rez. So you're definitely not alone in that. So yeah, maybe we can hop over to Saber. Are you on?
Yes, I am. Yeah, high elo people are scary.
Yes, they are. Especially if you have a low APM, right? And they call you
Exactly.
the tortoise.
Yep, that's definitely the predicament. For what it's worth, I play kind of similarly to you guys. Better early, pretty bad late. I mean, I can kind of sort of hold my own, but kind of sort of is stretching it.
Well, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, how you came to Age of Empires, how long you've been playing, and a little bit about your style of game.
Sure. So I'm from Colorado in the United States, so we can be fellow Americans. Um, I'm one of those. My dad bought AOE 2 when I was 4, and I already kind of had an interest in history even then. So he booted it up and had me play, and you could say the rest is history. I do remember one game from like 2001 or 2002 where we were playing the moderate AI, and it was on like Coastal, I think. Um, and we somehow managed to wall off this entire island as Britons against this Gothic AI. Could not kill him, but we could not die either. So yeah,
That's
um,
peak AOE right there. Yeah.
yeah, that might influence the tortoise a little bit because that's exactly what that game was. um, that said, yeah, my playstyle, I'm a lot better early. I'm a lot better with aggressive plays. I love Man-at-Arms openings. I like Armenian longswords. you know, just I like playing Romans, that sort of thing. Um, I am not going to have a you know perfect fast castle. I'm usually off on that by like at least 40 seconds every time I try to do that.
I'm 40 minutes off, so you're definitely
Yep.
playing better than me.
But it doesn't matter because they just show up with rams and janissaries or hussite wagons or whatever, and then dead. That's my experience on close maps.
Yeah, I'm
That
not looking
sounds
forward to
similar to
playing any
me.
arena, so I'm banning that. That's for sure.
No, for me it's Black
Preach.
Forest.
Oh, that actually Black
100%.
Forest might be worse. Black Forest might be worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Black Forest is rough, man. Yeah, unless you're like Moto Man or Comrade or something. Yeah, not my strong suit whatsoever. But yeah. Well, cool,
I
Saber. We're super glad to have you. Oh, go
Yeah,
ahead.
thanks for
Good to be
joining.
here.
I was just gonna say I pulled up this challenge here. I've posted the link to important links. This is where your team standings will be, and you can see actually all the teams are named here with along with the player names. I'll just shortened player names, just for our general reference. And there's a standings tab. There's also a matches tab here, and this will show you every match that needs to be played. You don't need to respect this round 1, round 2, round 3, etc. There are going to be 9 rounds over the next, ideally 1 per week, so we can kind of get through this in good time. But you don't need to respect this. Find a team that's available, and there doesn't need to be rhyme or reason. If you want to start with your round 1 teammate or team that you have to play against, and you're having trouble scheduling, then chat with another team. But personally, I'm going to be trying to knock out these as I can find people online. A lot of us are just active nightly, so I'm hoping that this should be something we can knock out pretty quickly. But yeah, there's no set order. The point is to play every other team in the league sometime in the next 3 months. So don't overcomplicate it. Reach out to these people via DM on Discord, or you can chat to them on Steam, or you can use smoke signals. I don't care how you talk to them, but reach out to them. Organize a time that works for all 4 of you, and play your match. I've posted a link to the replay packer. I've also prepared a video on how to do that. You'll report the results, and we'll update your standings here. And then the final 6 teams will go into a final stage. Shovel, I don't know if we looked at this together, but this is sort of what that would look like. I know there's a delay on the stream, but in essence, the 4th place player would play the 5th place player, and the 3rd place player would play the 6th place player, and then the winners of those matches would go on to play the first place player, or sorry, first place team, and then the 2nd place teams, and then the winner of those matches would play in the final. So that's sort of the playoff schedule after the group stage over the next 3 months. So.
Yeah, and I think this sort of open schedule style is very accommodating because we're, many of us are, if not all of us, are from different time zones, and so I think this will allow players to sort of play at their own pace. And it almost, I think I told you about this already, but it reminds me of golf, right? So you have a bunch of people, playing an open or whatever, and you're trying to get the lowest score. Not
Sure.
the case with our league, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, just the idea that you could come in first, even if you haven't played all of your matches before someone else.
Yeah.
So I think that I think that it's good for our league.
Well, I don't know. We don't need to prolong this. Do you have anything else on your mind? Otherwise, we can close it out and wish our competitors luck in the league.
The only thing I would mention is that I actually just got a message from Tarsa, and he told me that he and his brother, who are both located in Brazil, are actually going to be at his house in Brazil, and they're actually going to be playing LAN style, which much respect, dude. That's awesome. If we could, dude, if we can do that at some point, that would just be amazing.
Your
so
house, right?
best of luck to that team. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this way I don't have to travel, dude. Anyway, well, thank you guys so much for tuning in, for joining us, for following, subscribing. If you have not yet subscribed, the channel is going to be at RUSSOFT AOE2, and the second channel is going to be at AOE the number 2, and then League, LEAGUE. You can follow us on all socials at AOE2 League. So we look forward to hearing from you, and yeah, we're just happy to be a part of the league. So thanks for putting this together, Russ. I appreciate you so much.
Yeah, well, thanks for hopping in and helping me get this stream done. And we will say our farewells for tonight. Have a good night, good morning, whatever time it is where you are, and we'll catch you in the league, catch you in match.
Catch you on the flippity flip.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.